So let me give some other examples of how we've tried to do it. So both Jenny and I have talked with San Jose City Schools at both the elected level and with Diane, the superintendent, because the education level, we're not sure how do schools deal with homeless people. And I know Blake's on the same task force that we're on. In next week, we're getting an update from the schools so we can understand what do you do when you encounter a homeless person. Now the schools have a little bit different definition of what homeless is. So if someone is couch surfing, commonly referred to as couch surfing, school definition, that person is homeless, which may be different than the HUD definition. But, so on a higher level with the schools, we're trying to get them more involved to be part of the solution. In regards to the neighborhoods, how many of you are familiar with the Social Advocates for Youth Dream Center? So the strategy we used there, and that was interesting for me because as the discussion started at first, I was with the police department and then I was a private citizen so I could share my own opinion. So it was more neutral but at the beginning. But after what I talked with Matt Martin, the executive director, when you talk to neighbors, ask them, what do you think is the worst thing that can happen? Because that's the challenge you think. People are predicting what could happen in the future. Well, what if this happens? So actually go with that, and that's what I would recommend. Go with it. What would be the worst thing that could happen? Fill in the blank. Okay, if that were to happen, what would meet your expectations for either the church or the city to do if that were to happen? Whatever they say, okay, we'll do it. And for me, that was a way, at least with SAY, that some people, okay, they need to be part of the conversation. Don't jam it down anyone's throat because that's where you'll get the resistance. Community-wide issue, community-wide response. The neighborhoods are part of the community. Let's involve them in the conversation. I think you've got some more specifics.
Yes, this is a situation I handle often in all of my different programs. I think when we first had safe parking, it was at the fairgrounds. And when we sat down, I was like, this reminds me that I'm having some like PTSD because like, we were like this and there was like 3 times the amount of people here right now, but they were all angry. So I'm like, oh my gosh, but you guys are not angry, so that's good. You're a much more welcoming crowd. But in my experience, having them know what's going on is very important. So I recommend a few things, and these were things that I've crafted over the years that have been proven to work in creating, calming down potential concerns that people might have. The first is for us to get out there and have conversations. As the operator, we can help assure people of a lot of different things. People's minds go to worst case scenarios, Tom mentioned, and we can say, oh, we actually have this, that actually we've already thought about this, and we've done this for a long time, and here's what our experience has shown. All of our programs that people enter, they have to sign off on what we call a good neighbor policy, and so that is something that is very important for us to make sure that while they're here, they are a neighbor, and that they abide by keeping the neighborhood in mind, which includes no negative activity out there, and actually be out there and be a positive influence on the community. So that's in the program contract we have people sign. We also offer a response line, so this is something that works really well in the neighborhoods. If people have a concern, they can call the response line, which is attached to a cafeteria staff member 24/7 a day, or they can call me personally, and I will make sure that staff gets out there and responds. So if they say, hey, this person's being really loud right now, they can call this number, we can come out and mitigate it very, very quickly, and that has been proven to work really well with the neighborhood as well. The other thing is to get out there and engage them quickly. What has helped me is kind of what Tom mentioned is the connection we have with the San Jose Police Department. We work extremely well together and closely, and they will defer things to us before they have to get involved because they don't want to see the person just get wrapped up in the criminal justice system either. And so sometimes it helps when we actually go out with the police and we show people how well we're working together. And so if we were to have a community meeting which I would recommend with the schools and the neighbors, we can usually get rid of a lot of people's fears and concerns and help invite their input, which helps people feel more engaged and feel like they're a part of the process. So those would be my recommendations on what we would do with the neighborhood and the school.